Hello folks and welcome to Modular Curiosity episode 1B. This is an update to my first episode because since Rack version 0.5.1 came out, the installation process has become much easier. In fact, it's so easy, this is going to be a very quick video. Simply go to vcvrack.com. Go to your operating system. For me, that would be Windows. Click it here, and yes, we are going to download it. And you can see I have a paren 1 because I've already done this. I'm going to install it by double-clicking. Yes, I want to install it for sure. And I'm going to put it in my D Greg Apps folder. And we're completed. It's that easy. Okay, let's go open it. Okay, so it has installed in D Greg Apps VCV Rack, VCV/Rack. And one of the things I'm going to do to make life easier is I'm just going to right-click on Rack EXE, say create a shortcut. Take that shortcut, move it to here, and I'm going to click it so that I could rename it by getting rid of the dash shortcut and just have it be Rack. Now, it turns out that VCV is actually the name of the company that builds the application, and Rack is the name of the application, but I'm going to call it VCV Rack. Now let's go ahead and start this guy. There we go. And if I right click, we see the core, so I'm going to put audio device here. Fundamentals, I'm going to put a VCO right there. And I'm going to take this VCO and I'm going to drag it to output 1 and nothing happens. And if you remember from the original version of this episode, that's because we have to pick the right audio device. So I'm going to go to direct sound and speakers, say I want this to come out my speakers. And there we have a sound. And channel 1 is on the left, channel 2 is on the right, and we have sound. Perfect. But we don't have a whole bunch of other modules here, and there are many modules we should get. So let's go get those. The way we do that, so let's go back to VCV Rack, and right here where it says register log in, go ahead and register, do a login. It'll need an email address, and once you log in there, come back to Rack. I should have left that up. And right here where it says log in, you'll put in here email and password. You'll put in exactly what you put in over on the other app, over on the website. So let's do that and we'll be right back. Okay, I've logged in through Rack. I'm not logged into this page just because I don't want my personal email to show up right here. But what you're going to do when you do log in is click Plugin Manager. When you get to Plugin Manager, you're going to see all these plugins. Now I'm going to go ahead and log in and scroll up so that you don't see my email, and then I'll show you what to do next. Okay, here we are. We're back at the plugin page, and now I'm logged in. And notice the green free buttons. Go ahead and click every one of them. And boy, there are a lot. There just seems to be more coming out every week. Now, the console here, you can go ahead and look at these and see if it's something that you feel is worth paying for. And there are some very nice ones, in fact. In fact, there's one that basically looks like circadian rhythms, which I think is coming up down. Yeah, I think it's this one, the Pulse Matrix. It looks like the circadian rhythms module in real life, and it's pretty extensive. So yeah, some of these modules are very nice, and they're not that expensive. 25 bucks. It's on sale right now, I think, until the beginning of the year. And there we go. Now we've said everything. I've clicked, I want everything. We're going to come back to VCV Rack, and I don't see them. Why? Because I have to click Update Plugins. And notice, now that I'm logged in, it's downloading them automatically. So in the old version, I had to go back and check, hey, I noticed we were at 0501 or say 051 for a plugin. And then the developer fixed a bug. So now it's 052 or 053. And you have to keep going back and saying, wait, do I have the latest update? Well, all I have to do now is click that button and notice it's downloading everything for me. It's also installing everything for me. And as soon as we get through all of these, it'll tell me to restart Rack, which we will. and then we'll see what happens then. And we're back. And sure enough, all of the modules had downloaded, and we have this update box that all plugins have been updated, close Rack and relaunch to load the new updates. So we're going to do that. Click OK. It doesn't relaunch by itself. You do have to click your shortcut again. Boom, that's very fast. And look at all these plugins. We've got tons of them, tons of them. And it was that easy. Remember, we used to have to grab the zip files and unzip them in a directory or a document Rack plugin directory, and we don't have to do any of that anymore. Now you'll notice this little red dot up here. Okay, so Andrew Belt, who's the developer of Rack, was saying that basically what this is going to be is a light that says, hey, there are plugins out on the website that have a newer version than what you have currently. Now, we just updated this seconds ago, so that's not quite right. Well, what he mentioned on the Facebook VCV Rack official user group is that they're working through some issues on getting all the GitHub accounts and all what's called a slug file in that GitHub account that basically says, hey, this is what version we are currently. We're getting all those updated. And so this isn't accurate as of right now, but he also put out a request and received it on the VCV Rack official user group on Facebook for some help of people to come out and help him organize these files, because he's just one guy and he's building this amazing software. And so they're working on this right now. So you will probably see this for the next week or so, I would guess, until everything gets cleaned up, and then it'll start working. That'll go away. And when it does come back after that, it really does mean, hey, there's an update. You should click this and get your updates. Until that time, we have VCV Rack up and running, and that's how easy it is to install. So replace your first episode 1 with this episode 1 and go play with VCV Rack. And remember, as always, stay curious. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.